What's up everyone, it's Adrian here and welcome back to another video. I've been asked to shed some light on European MBAs, especially one-year programs. So in this video, I want to talk about the best one-year MBA programs in Europe. By the end of this video, you will have a better understanding of what schools are out there, what they're known for, and how they rank relative to other schools in that category in Europe. Before I start, the most common program choice has been a two-year program for a very long time. It's still the number one choice for the majority of MBA students, and if you want to know more about the direct comparison of a one-year MBA versus a two-year MBA, watch this video right here. It's no secret that the MBA is a business in itself. By introducing a one-year MBA, business schools basically found another source of income. And the benefit of a one-year MBA program is pretty clear. The process of completing a one-year degree is much faster, meaning less time that you spend out of the workforce, during which you don't generate any income. On top of that, a one-year format costs you less because it's just 1 year instead of 2, so tuition is lower, and it's normally less hard to get into such a program. I guess it's because most companies simply prefer the classic two-year MBA graduates and they know what they're getting out of that. On the other hand, insiders say a one-year MBA is more intense because of the workload that is packed into just 1 year. Now, Europe. Whether you're from North America, South America, Asia, Africa, or Australia, Europe is known to be one of the most sought after destinations by people for travel, food, and adventure. And over the last decades, Europe has made a name for itself as the ultimate business destination for MBA education. It's still a very small market compared to the US, the motherland of the MBA, but it's growing and more companies see value in hiring an MBA from a top European school. And before I give a quick snapshot of the top schools in Europe, let's take a brief look at the most current rankings for one-year MBAs in Europe. First of all, there is no dedicated European one-year MBA ranking out there. What you rather see is a ranking for all the European MBA programs as a whole, where you see both types of programs, a one-year MBA and two-year MBA in one bucket. So let's quickly scroll through the overall Financial Times MBA ranking. The leading European one-year MBA program is at INSEAD, which is number 3 worldwide for all MBAs. SDA Bocconi in Milan at number 13 worldwide. The third European school with a one-year MBA on that list is IMD in Switzerland at number 28, and then there's Oxford Saïd's Business School at number 31. I'm gonna share the link in the description below so you can check it out yourself in more detail. So this was Financial Times. Then there is Bloomberg's European MBA ranking. On their list, IMD is number 1, followed by INSEAD, then two-year MBA programs from ESSEC and LBS, and then it's SDA Bocconi in Milan. And finally, the third ranking I'm going to show you is Forbes International one-year MBA ranking. It has IMD as number 1, followed by INSEAD, Judge Business School in Cambridge, SDA Bocconi, Oxford Saïd Business School, and IE in Madrid. Generally, as I said in one of my other videos, please take rankings always with a grain of salt, as they all have different valuation methodologies, and hence the outcome is always different. Nonetheless, rankings still give you good guidance on great schools. And if you want to know more about MBA rankings, please click this link right here. And now let me walk you through the most prominent one-year MBA programs in Europe. When it comes to international MBAs or MBAs outside the US, INSEAD is by far the most prominent business school, and if you believe the rankings, it's also the best. The business school for the world, as it likes to call itself, has a 10-month program, so relatively short, but from what I've heard, it's also very intense. The first part of the MBA is built around 14 core courses that give students a strong foundation for an executive career. During the second half of the degree, students can choose from over 90 different electives to customize their curriculum according to their career aspirations. There are 2 incoming batches in June and January. If you start in June, the only priority is getting to know your classmates and traveling before the focus shifts away from weekend getaways to coffee chats with recruiters. If you start in January, the job search begins even earlier, and you kind of miss out on the socializing and traveling part because of the timing of classes and all. The program has around 1,000 people in total, and students and graduates I've met during social events or networking events, or even in the workforce, were always very smart and fun to hang out with. The school has locations in France, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, and San Francisco, as well as collaborations with renowned institutions such as the Wharton School in the US. Next on the list is Saïd Business School, which is located in Oxford and is part of the world-famous Oxford University. And while Oxford ranks among the world's oldest and most prestigious universities, the MBA program is relatively new as it started in 1996. With a class size of a little over 310 students, the academic year is divided into modules, and alongside the conventional core business courses are electives that incorporate two cross-cutting themes: entrepreneurship and global rules of the game. Highlights of the program include the entrepreneurship project, where students develop a complete business plan and present it to a panel of invited venture capitalists and other practitioners. Another highlight is Global Opportunities and Threats Oxford, where students are challenged to use systems thinking to address some of the most complex issues that the world faces today. Oxford Saïd Business School uniquely offers a 1+1 program that lets students take a 1-year Oxford master's degree from a list of partner programs, followed by an MBA, allowing people to delve into a subject before capping it off with an MBA. This is a cost-effective alternative to the 2-year MBA in the US. The Saïd School engages closely with the wider university to bring a multidisciplinary aspect to the Oxford MBA. This enables the program to provide an exciting mix of experiences and opportunities, from the Foundry, a university-wide innovation center devoted to starting new businesses, to debates at the famous Oxford Union, globally renowned speakers, conferences, and other events. Not to mention fancy dinners in ancient dining rooms. Following Oxford's 3-term structure, students complete an entrepreneurship project and can choose from international electives in South Africa or New York City. ESADE Business School is based in Madrid and was set up in 1973 by 3 entrepreneurs and is one of the European business schools that focus on entrepreneurship. ESMBA lasts 11 months and starts with a 3-month core period that includes the usual business fundamentals such as accounting and managerial decision-making. Here is one fun fact: EA was the first business school to make an entrepreneurial course a requirement. During the rest of the program, students can choose between Business Lab for those wanting to work in a corporation, Startup Lab for entrepreneurs, or Social Impact Lab. Alternatively, those focused on a career change can do an internship. During the elective period, students choose from a variety of electives and/or take on consulting projects, exchanges, or tracks. There is also Venture Lab, which helps take a business idea to investment readiness. EA's class size is over 600 each year, and up to 40% of EA students get some sort of financial help with their fees. I've heard it's not too hard to get a scholarship there. Judge Business School is part of the world-renowned Cambridge University, which was founded back in 1209. If you do your research, you come to realize that the school puts strong emphasis on tech and entrepreneurship. Silicon Fen, also known as the Cambridge Cluster, is the name given to the region around Cambridge, which is home to a large cluster of high-tech businesses. It's the largest cluster of tech startups in Europe. Around 1,000 high-tech firms operate within 50 miles of the city. The program takes 12 months, starting in September and finishing in August. There are 14 required core courses and over 50 electives to choose from. You can customize your degree through 10 concentrations in areas such as energy and environment, health strategies, global business, social innovation, and strategy. Then there are team-based consulting projects throughout the year where students will strategize and collaborate with actual clients. The school has an entrepreneurship center and a startup accelerator called Accelerate Cambridge. Extracurricular opportunities at Cambridge include international track experience, student interest groups, conferences, and a variety of other engaging events. IMD is based in Lausanne on Lake Geneva, and the school likes to call its MBA program a one-year leadership development program. As a school that specializes in executive education, the MBA is designed to give students a personalized leadership experience, developing students into responsible leaders who can sustainably impact society. What I personally like about the school is the strong support system that is provided through the 1-to-2 faculty to student ratio and 20 sessions with a psychoanalyst. As far as the curriculum is concerned, the personalized leadership development experience integrates classes, live business cases, personal coaching, and company projects across the globe. Students are assigned personal career coaches who help them understand their leadership style and find a suitable job after they graduate. Also, mentorship is a strong element. Students are assigned alumni who can advise them in their career journey. So that is definitely very unique, and you don't see that a lot around programs. IMD's program focuses on sustainability throughout the program with new experiential activities, labs, and debates, as well as partnerships designed to develop students' ability to make a positive impact. Overall, the class size is rather small and intimate, with just around 100 students. The most famous business school in Italy is SDA Bocconi School of Management, perfectly located to reach the Alps, the Mediterranean, Rome, Florence, Venice, and Tuscany, all within a 3-hour drive. Being based in Milan, the business school is in the heart of the country's luxury goods industry cluster and at the epicenter of its main financial hub. One of Bocconi's 5 concentrations is luxury business management, run in partnership with Gucci, Valentino, and LVMH. So if you want to be in the luxury fashion and retail segment, Bocconi is the place to be. And there are tons of things to do outside of class, so you will never be short of ideas for weekend excursions. The school organizes a regatta in summer. I personally took part in their MBA regatta in Portofino, and it was an amazing time back then. During the MBA program, students follow core courses over 9 months, and afterwards can spend up to 6 months following an internship, entrepreneurial project, or a group business lab. Rotterdam School of Management, or in short, RSM. When you think of Rotterdam, you might not think of a hub of global business, but it is home to the largest port in Europe, and it's not too far away from cities like Amsterdam, Brussels, and Frankfurt. RSM's MBA has a class size of roughly 150 people and attracts a lot of international students with a percentage as high as 95%. During the first half of the program, students take core business courses and focus on building their skill set through concentration areas. In the second half, RSM offers international exchange opportunities and over 30 MBA electives for students who specialize in their preferred fields. Now, the graduates from RSM might not have the biggest increase in their salaries, but many students land jobs in Northern Continental Europe where the standard of living is extremely high, but where also the salaries are relatively high. Copenhagen Business School, or CBS, not to be confused with Columbia Business School in the US, has embedded UN principles for responsible management education into its courses, and just by that is pretty unique. That is considered the Scandinavian type of management that underpins everything that happens at CBS. The second big theme at CBS is entrepreneurship. Students who want to set up their own businesses can go down an entrepreneurship track. The school is particularly looking for students with an entrepreneurial spark, stressing that Denmark has been voted Europe's easiest place to do business by the World Bank. CBS has a network of mentors, investors, and others involved in startups who are happy to help budding entrepreneurs. Students go through a leadership discovery process to develop their ability to think, act, and lead responsibly, and all students can be matched with alumni to mentor them in their 3rd trimester. Around half of the students stay in Denmark after graduation, often working at big Danish firms. Their MBA offers 4 concentrations: digitalization, entrepreneurship, finance, governance, and sustainability. ESSEC Business School is located near Paris, and offers students the option to study at the Singapore campus during the third term. So if you're looking for a Euro-Asia experience, that is one of the business schools to go to. Their campus in Singapore is awarded the Green Mark Platinum Award by the Building and Construction Authority in Singapore. During the 12-month full-time program, students can choose one of the three majors: strategy and management, luxury brand management, and strategy and digital leadership. The school also puts a huge emphasis on sustainability and related courses, highlighting the importance of social responsibility in the face of business. Through week-long field trips, which change from year to year, students experience and learn how business is conducted in different countries. And then, as a result, there is an industry-focused research project visiting companies and meeting local ESSEC alumni. The final project is the Capstone Consulting Field Project, and it depends on the major. It could take the form of a case competition or a consulting project in collaboration with sponsoring companies. The other one is the ESSEC Digital Week competition, where MBAs work on a challenge on a consulting project in mixed teams and present a solution at the end of the week in front of a panel of company representatives. And finally, there is ESADE in Sant Cugat, which is a small town on the outskirts of Barcelona. Now, it's not a 12-month MBA program by default, but the school offers a 12-month fast-track MBA, taking the same electives and core courses as the 15-month or 18-month program. So if you opt for the 12-month MBA, you simply skip the exchange and internship part. Their MBA has a core program and around 50 electives to choose from. And then they have business labs for family businesses, innovation, entrepreneurship and marketing, and a career acceleration program in investment and private banking, consulting, and technological disruption. I would say the school is very strong in entrepreneurship and innovation. The ESADE Entrepreneurship Institute is dedicated to research, teaching the inception and creation of new companies. If you're looking to start a business, ESADE has its own network of investors consisting of business angels, family offices, representatives of venture capital, and other investment groups. So there is definitely easy access to capital. The class size is around 190, and their program is known for having one of the highest percentage of international students. So those are the top 10 one-year MBA programs in Europe. Some of the schools are outside of the top 10 depending on the year and publisher of the ranking, but generally those are the top 10 overall. Question of the day: what schools are on your shortlist, and are you considering a European MBA or a US MBA after you heard this? Let me know in the comment section below. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. If you got value out of this, please leave a like and a comment. And on your way down there, go ahead and subscribe to my channel to be updated on new content. That's it for today. My name is Adrian. Take care and see you next time.